APE is an instructional service, not a class, that addresses students' gross motor needs. Needs are addressed through individualized goals, accommodations, and modifications. We are able to support teachers by sharing activities focused on specific movement skills, sport skills, and fitness skills that support APE goals, motor group, and activities focused on during PE class. Individual APE goals should be addressed daily within motor group or PE, even when the APE service provider is not present. APE service providers take intervention notes following each consult or direct session. Teachers are also encouraged to collect progress using forms created by the APE teachers when the APE is not present for use in tracking progress and for collaboration with the APE service provider. APE teachers provide consult and direct services based on the needs of the learner. Direct services may look like individualized instruction within PE and/or motor group, or a motor group led by the APE service provider. Consult services include support through consultation with the PE teacher, special education teacher, and/or paraprofessionals. They may also include observations of the learner within motor group and/or the PE setting, and creating and sharing activities that support individual APE goals. As with any individualized goal, learners need repetition and practice to master objectives and annual goals. We encourage practicing goals within scheduled daily motor groups or during a short scheduled time within PE. In addition to providing direct and consult services to learners, APE service providers are a campus resource and support for teachers. We provide monthly activities and simple motor group routines to use with all learners within motor group or as movement breaks. APE teachers also support Capel Special Olympics and currently plan events including unified bocce ball, unified basketball, basketball skills, and track and field. Your APE teachers are excited to collaborate and work with you to support your learners with their gross motor needs.
Assistive technology. Assistive technology services assist with selection, acquisition, or use of assistive technology devices. That can also include a functional evaluation of needs of the learner in the educational environment. Assistive technology services are involved with selecting, designing, fitting, customizing, adapting, applying, maintaining, repairing, or replacing the assistive technology devices. Assistive technology services can support the learner, their school team, and family with implementation and use of needed assistive technology devices. Assistive technology services are there as a resource for teachers. Below is the information for contacting the assistive technology specialist, Greta Graham, and that's me.
Thank you.
Behavior specialist. Let's talk about the behavior specialist role in Capel ISD. A behavior specialist will consult with teachers about classroom management, including positive behavior supports, behavior data collection systems, and individual learner behavior needs, including reinforcement systems and strategies. A behavior specialist will conduct functional behavior assessments and develop behavior intervention plans. A behavior specialist will also assist staff with implementing behavior intervention plans, progress monitoring, and problem solving. We provide professional development for staff, programs, and schools. We love being on the campuses and in your classrooms for collaboration. You'll see us often and actively engaging with your team and learners.
Deaf and hard of hearing, or DHH. This eligibility is served by a teacher of the deaf and hard of hearing. They evaluate students with a diagnosed hearing loss and their ability to access their learning environments. They use the expanded core curriculum for the deaf, hard of hearing to support audiology, career education, communication, family education, functional skills of educational success, self-determination and advocacy, social emotional skills, technology like hearing aids, cochlear implants, FMDM microphones. They also collaborate with campus staff and support staff. They serve ages 0 to 3 in collaboration with early childhood intervention services. Ages 3 to 21 serve throughout the district, including preschool, elementary, and secondary students. And they can have direct or consult services depending on the needs of the child.
What is homebound? K through 12 learners are educated at home because of a documented medical condition. Homebound is considered the most restrictive environment. Applying for homebound. The parent must contact their home school either through the special education diagnostician and/or the principal or assistant principal for further directions. Homebound services documentation includes the homebound needs assessment completed by a qualified physician and the parent agreement form signed by the parent. Once the appropriate documentation has been received from the physician and the parent, an ARD or 504 homebound committee will meet to determine homebound services. Homebound services are provided for 4 hours a week of direct instruction from the homebound teacher. For the duration of homebound services, the homebound teacher will collaborate with the home school on curriculum, attendance, and grades as needed.
Orientation and mobility. The orientation and mobility specialist facilitates the development of independent skills for students with visual impairments in attaining a systematic orientation to the environment. Examples are sound localization skills, positional, directional, and sensory concepts, the use of digital and tactile maps, and skills using magnification devices and digital travel applications. The O&M specialist also facilitates utilizing strategies for safe and efficient mobility by using a long cane and human guide techniques. Skills are targeted for use at home, school, and the community. Examples are locating items in the classroom, cafeteria, specials, participating in field day activities and field trips, arrival and dismissal at school, and navigating evacuation drills. Support is provided in class or with pull-out lessons. We work closely with the TVI on the expanded core curriculum areas, and we work in developing skills for post-graduation independence.
Occupational therapy supports the development of fine motor skills, sensory processing, and self-care skills as they relate to the school setting. Fine motor skills are the small movements made with the upper body. In the school setting, this may include holding a pencil, coloring with crayons, using scissors, or zipping up a jacket. Sensory skills are the ability to take in, process, and respond to information from the senses. In the school setting, OT may recommend modifications or adaptations to help the student be successful. Occupational therapy may also assist in adapting, modifying, or changing a daily activity to enhance the learner's independence in the school setting. We work collaboratively with teachers and staff to decrease barriers in education and to assist learners in increasing their independence at school. Per evidence-based research, therapy is best provided in natural occurring environments to support generalization of learning skills. If a problem is not interfering with the student's ability to participate in the educational program, then the problem is not educationally relevant and would not constitute a need for occupational therapy.
Let's learn how a parent liaison can provide support in Capel ISD. The parent liaison helps to facilitate consistency between school, home, and community settings. They provide parents and families with information, resources, support, and trainings on evidence-based practices.
They collaborate with teachers and other related and instructional service providers to support in the following areas: behavior, functional communication skills, and age-appropriate self-help skills. The parent liaison meets with parents and families to provide viable alternatives as well as direct service time. The parent liaison also conducts in-home and parent training evaluations, and these evaluations are necessary for direct service time.
Physical therapy. Physical therapy is a related service that supports the development of skills relevant to the school setting in the areas of functional mobility, positioning, transfers, and safety. Physical therapy assists learners in improving their independence in accessing the school setting by supporting individual goals and objectives. Works collaboratively with teachers to decrease barriers in education, supports the use of adaptive equipment, positioning equipment, and assistive technology. Per evidence-based research, therapy is best provided in naturally occurring environments to support generalization of learned skills.
Transition specialist. We begin with the end in mind. We serve students 3 through 22 years of age receiving special education services. It is evolving from one stage to the next in the areas of education training, employment, and independent living. We assist with transition planning and individualized programming. We work collaboratively with agency representatives and community partners. We share resources and agency information with families. We provide professional development on transition service requirements and appropriate implementation.
Teachers of students with visual impairments teach the expanded core curriculum. This is a set of 9 areas that are impacted by having a visual impairment. These different areas include social skills, independent living skills, use of assistive technology, orientation and mobility, compensatory skills. These are skills that are needed to access their academics, like concept development and even Braille. Career readiness skills, self-determination, sensory efficiency. This is using tactile skills or using low vision devices. Recreation and leisure skills. Teachers of students with visual impairments assess the impact of the visual impairment on these different areas, and we will determine if they need a VI goal to address these skills, which we may pull out and work with them at school or in the community setting, or we may support classroom goals that address these various skills. We work really closely with teachers to help adapt materials, provide equipment, and teach technology so that our students can access what they need to in the classroom.